Hi guys, this is Alice from straightcode.net. Today I'm going to be showing you an example of doing some web scraping using Python 3.6, BeautifulSoup, and requests. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to show you an example of doing the scraping on this website called toscrape.com. You can practice your scraping skills, use these links. So I'm just going to go ahead and click the first one here. And as you can see, there are some books here, and then we're going to be getting a couple of different elements from this side. Okay, so the first thing you do when you set it up, you will have to import BeautifulSoup, and then you have to import requests as well. Q-U-E-S-T. Okay. Then you do r equals to requests get parenthesis, and you get the URL here. And you will do this, and make sure it's a string element here. Okay, and then you can say soup equals to bs4 dot BeautifulSoup, capital soup, and then r dot text, comma. Okay, and you can do XML. Okay, and then you can check your soup element here, and here you have your setup step finished, and this is now your soup element. Okay, so right now we're gonna move to step 2. I'm gonna show you how to parse the elements now. Okay, so let's try to start with getting the titles of these books. So first you want to right click the element you're trying to parse and click inspect, and then you can hover your mouse. You can see that the element is being hovered when you are on different elements, so you know what these things are for. Okay, so let's say I want to get this one. If you look closely, they are under the h3 tags. So you can do soup.find h3, and you will get the whole thing includes our title over here, right? Okay, so you can do soup.find or soup.find all, which will give you all of the elements on this page that's h3 tagged. Okay, so here we go, and you can check the very last one. It's this, so that's correct. Sometimes there are more than one thing that's under the h3 tag, so should be careful. It may not be only the titles that you're getting. Always check, the last elements to make sure you got what you wanted. Okay, so what if right here I don't really want to get I don't really want it to get all these other stuff, the link and the tag. I just want the title. What I can do is like soup.find h3.text. This will give me just the text that's showing up on the website. And what if you wanted to get all of the titles for this whole page? What you can do, you cannot do soup.find all that text. You cannot do that. So what you can do, I would create a loop. So I would say titles equals to soup.find all. Okay, find all h3. Okay. Now so it's a for loop for title in titles. I want to go in each one of these h3 tags. And I'll do print title dot text. So now you have just the title. Okay. You couldn't just do soup.final h3.text because it's a list of things, right? You cannot ask a list to become a text. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you how to get the links on this page. First, we're trying to get the first link here. If you look here, there is a href tag, and this usually gives you the link. So if you click this, it'll take you to a separate page, and we're trying to get this URL here. Okay, so what do I do if I want to get that, right? First, if you remember, when we do this, we get this whole thing, and technically we already get this part right here. We just wanted to get this URL exactly. What you can do, that's one of the really good thing about BeautifulSoup is that it's really easy to use. And you can do find a, because if you look, it's actually right under the 8 tag. Okay, so now it only give us stuff that's inside of the A. To just get this, you can tell it to go to the href element. So kind of like the index for the list. And now you only have that. And that is great. So it's also really good about BeautifulSoup is that, let's say you want to get the title, you can also do title here. And if you notice earlier when we're trying to get the text, it showed up as dot because that's what it's being displayed on the website. But when you go through the title, you get the complete name. So you can use different ways, depends on what kind of information you're trying to get here. So what if I wanted to get all the links for this whole page? Kind of like what we did earlier, you cannot tell it to do these things. Remember, we have to set titles equals to this and that. You can also do the same thing. You can say h3 is equal to soup.find all of the h3 element. There's many ways you can do this, and you can say for x in, I'm not going to use x, I'm going to use let's say x in h3 x. Remember we did dot find a, and then we did this href. You can do the same thing. You can tell it to print this, and then you have all of the links. So just to test it out, I copy this and I come here and I paste it. Yeah, it's okay. So here's the thing, like if you compare the differences between this and this link here that I just pasted, what is the differences? Look, it doesn't have this part, right? So it's telling you the website where to go to if you already have this base. So if you wanted to get this information, you can tell it to print out the complete link. Okay, so these are things you have to be careful. You can print out this plus string of this. Okay, so now you have the complete links. So what I did was, instead of printing out just whatever I can get from my h3 tags, I added the base URL. A lot of the website, you'll have to do that, right? So let's try again now. You copy this, and then you paste it. Let me just okay, now we are on the correct page, and that is how you get the URL from. Okay, so that was all of the things I'm gonna show you for parsing. I can do more example in another videos. You can try it out on websites yourself. You can try to get the price or other tags. Also, the last steps I'm going to show you is to export the data. Now you can simply print it out like I did earlier, or I'm just going to show you how to make it into a list. So like what I had earlier, instead of printing the element, you can also create a list. Let's call it my lists, and you can see that there's 0 element in there. And you can do the same thing as what you did earlier, but instead of print, you can do my list.append. Oops. Now, if you open my list, you can see you got all of the URLs in this page. Okay guys, so that would be everything I'm going to be showing you today, and this is Alice from straightcode.net. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to answer everything.